Loves, it's me, Love Jones. I am back with another one. Let's see what we got here. I'm not gonna start with my index cards this time now. Oh boy, a long day. I feel like every day is long. Every day. What card just popped out? Loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. I don't know, for some reason I'm hearing sometimes you gotta lose to win. I don't know. Sounds like this may have to do with love. Losing a person you love to get someone that loves you. Maybe this person, whoever this was, wasn't the person for you. Um, Maybe your ego took over and it led you, guided you into a certain place, to a specific person that really wasn't for you. Companionship. Yeah, this is definitely about love, y'all. Definitely about love. 212, I just seen on the phone. Companionship says giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. So this could be someone losing the person they thought they were going to be with, or the person that they loved, to gain someone again, someone who loves them back. It says giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. It's an astonishing gift. This could have been some type of one-way street here. I would say it takes two to tango. I feel like this, whatever relationship you were in, was really one-sided. Could have been a bunch of giving on your part and a bunch of taking on your counterpart. We know how quickly you can be drained. How sad that can make you when you're giving all you have and you're receiving nothing in return. I feel like that's what someone was doing here. Giving their everything and not receiving nothing in return. That could have been money, that could have been time, could have been an ear. You could have been listening to their problems, being there for them and their every need, but they always came up short when it came to you. Or maybe they didn't just come up short, maybe they didn't even try. I'm looking at this tree and I'm drawn to the. There's no leaves on this tree. There's no life. Someone wasn't given anything. And I feel like you're giving everything. And it comes a point where You realize that you are overextending yourself, and you could be allowing yourself to just be used. And at some point, there's either going to be a conversation about it and something's going to change, or someone is going to decide to walk away. Honestly, I don't feel like there's a conversation that need to be had when it comes down to this, because person knows when they're not giving anything into the relationship. I feel like a conversation is only going to prolong things, because if a conversation is had, then it's not going to make them realize what they're doing. It makes them realize that you realize what they're doing, and so they may switch it up just to get back in your good graces, and it only prolongs the situation and only gives you like false hope. You thinking something's going to change or it's going to stay the way they changed, but it's only that for a short amount of time before it goes back to being what it was. Because believe me, when you're not giving anything and you're taking everything, you are very much aware that you're taking it all and not giving anything in return. And so I feel like this, whatever this is, came to the point where someone had to walk away. If they haven't walked away already, they will be walking away from this. And if you put a lot into it emotionally, financially, you may have to take a loss in order to get away from it. You may feel like you're losing by moving past it, but again, love is a two-way street. You can't get that with a one-sided relationship. You can give that, you can continue to give it, but if you want that back in return, you may have to take this loss right here. Especially if you've been in something for a while, you can feel like you are invested in whatever it is. Again, whether that's financially or emotionally, you're going to be taking some type of loss here. But again, sometimes you have to lose to win. And so you may be losing something that you were invested in, but it wasn't invested in you. And you could be walking away from that and gaining something or someone who is just as invested in you as you are in them. When both parties are invested into whatever relationship it is, then it has the potential to go far fast. And so you could look around in no time and feel like you've gained back everything you've lost and more. I know I'm hearing out of touch or out of reach. Again, I'm being drawn to this tree. And there's like little handles or little steps for someone to climb the tree, but once you get up there, it's it's nothing. It's like no shelter. It almost feels like once you get to the top, it's just you gonna be exposed to things. Again, you're not getting anything out of it. People see you, Animals see you. They know where to attack. And you're closer to the sun, so you get burned easily. But there's nothing you're getting out of climbing this. Now, normally, when you see that bird right there, it's two turtle doves. There's just one on this car, and it's flying away. It's not flying into that tree that doesn't seem to be producing any leaves. In the fall, the trees start to lose their leaves. In the winter, they're pretty much all gone for the trees who are gonna go through that stage because some don't. So maybe something about this person is cold. It could be cold hearted. But I feel like once you take this loss and you move away from this cold, desolate place that you have right here, this is what you're walking into: companionship. That's two people, two animals who are catering to each other, as you can see. It's not one person feeling alone on this card. And even if you look at the color on the elephants, has like this pink hue to them, which is really giving me that there's a lot of life in this card. What do elephants mean spiritually? Let's look it up and see. It says elephants are a sacred animal in many cultures and have many spiritual meanings that vary by culture. Elephants in Hindu or Buddhist religions represent loyalty, power, wisdom, fertility. In Asian cultures, they say some Asian cultures believe that elephants are cosmic creatures that carry the world on their backs. So these may be two star seeds getting together, two star people, two star beings, someone who's just well connected to the stars, the universe. Between the two of them, there'll be a lot of loyalty, power, wisdom. These are two wise people coming together. They both have power in their own respective ways. And fertility. There may even be kids that come from this, a child or two or three or four will come from this companionship here. It says elephants can also represent luck and prosperity, long life, memory, vitality, protection. Yeah, these are two people that are going to protect each other. Luck and prosperity. If you're worried about walking away from something over here that's you see in this cold, desolate place because you financially invested in this, I feel like you're going to get that back times more with this relationship right here. Because there's knowledge, there's wisdom, there's luck, prosperity that comes with this, protection of each other. And you'll have each other's back, whoever this is. The name of the deck I'm pulling from is Divine Abundance. Anything else from this deck? What's this? Liberation. Y'all, it's so funny because I was looking at this card and I was going to say for some reason I keep being called to this. I don't know what do they call these dragonflies. And I never did say it, but I kept looking at it and I wanted to say it, but I just left it alone. Look at the next card that came out. It just pretty much tells me go with your first mind. When something comes to it, it's probably the right thing. You're probably right on. Because I kept being drawn to this thing. Right here. I kept being drawn to it. This is liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So yeah, you're having doubts. You're worried again about taking this loss. You're probably unsure of what you are actually walking into after you take this loss. You are probably feeling like you're taking a big risk by leaving one thing and going to another thing. Or this is something you could be getting over because it says you don't believe that they're you anymore. You don't believe these doubts and fears are you. You feel like they're coming from someone else or from somewhere else. And so maybe this is you getting over that stage where you're unsure, where you have doubts about whether or not you want to move past something. You could be ready to take this loss with whatever this is that you've invested in and move into this companionship, this truth, this love. Another thing I noticed, you see this little blue bird on this card right here? Look what's on this liberation card. And so someone is in some type of relationship that's pretty much just holding them back. They're in a relationship, they're constantly, I don't know why I'm being called to say sex. Maybe that's what you're receiving, whatever it is that. Let's see what deck comes out of here. Didn't I say y'all may be star seeds, two star seeds coming together? The Starseed Oracle. I think this is a good thing right here. Whatever this is that could be coming together, it's a good thing. This is something that can be not only fulfilling but long lasting, prosperous. Something where two people who are creative in their own right are allowed to build with each other and possibly even build businesses. This may be someone that you go into business with. We think of star seeds, we think of people who can turn their dreams into reality. These are two thinkers. These are two wise people. You don't just have the knowledge. Although you do have the knowledge, you have wisdom as well. That means you know when to use this knowledge that you have and how to use it. You know, I like to say some people are so smart, they're dumb. When it comes down to certain things, I don't feel like that's going to be the case with whatever this is right here. I feel like you not only have the knowledge, but again, you're going to know when to use it. Activated earth, power places, ley lines. Trust where you are led. You're being called to move away from whatever it is that's holding you back and go where your heart is leading you to. Trust where you are led. There's a divine plan, there's a divine purpose that's within this. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, says breath as a portal. Deep love, mother's milk, that's someone that's being nurtured. This is unconditional love right here that you're going into, y'all. If you can take this loss on whatever this is that you've invested in, what you're walking into is going to be the best thing you've probably ever had. This is God's gift to you, whatever that is. Whoever this is for, you're not losing anything by walking away from this. I only see gains here once you take this loss, whatever it is that you've invested in them, in the relationship. It's only gains after this. You're gaining true love. You're gaining unconditional love. You're gaining partnership. You're gaining power. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, high learning. I feel like this was a life lesson for you. I like to say everything in life is either a lesson or a blessing. I feel like in this case right here, you've learned your lesson already. And once you move from this, once you take this loss, once you detach from whatever this is, that's when you're going to receive your blessing. And what is your blessing? This companionship right here. This unconditional love, this nurturing, as if a child is nurturing, a mother is nurturing her child. This freedom, reciprocity. I don't know who this is for, but man, it's coming out good. And I hope this one's for me. But y'all, I don't have anybody out there. I don't have anything to walk away from. So it's for somebody out there. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Could be a person that has many talents, And this could also be what's being nurtured as well. The many things that you can do, the many things that you want to do. Maybe somehow you were suppressing a certain part of you because of whatever this is that you were in. I feel like you're a person that's very different and you have many different talents. And God gives you gifts not for you to suppress them, not for you to cover them up, but for them to be shown, for you to use them. And whatever this is you're going to be walking into is going to help you be able to nurture your gifts, your talents. It'll help that be shown, be put out into the world somehow. If you look at this card, she's holding her head. It's a person with many different ideas. It's our star seeds. You can see the little stars. I feel like they're connecting with her or him. And whoever this is has many different ideas. It's like they're always thinking of something creative, but maybe they're not able to actually do what it is that they have in their mind. Somehow I feel like that's being suppressed because of whatever it is that they are attached to. But once you're able to detach from that, this is a lot of expansion for someone. Anything else from the Starseed deck? Golden children, y'all. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Again, I told you, you have gifts. You are this unique person. God created you this way for a reason and not to hide whatever it is that you have inside of you. Your gifts should be shown, your talent should be nurtured. You are the golden child. There's an innocence about you. Yeah. God gave you these gifts for a reason. It's time to use them. It's time to step out on faith. I have a card that says detachment. And I think it's in the same Divine Abundance deck right here, but I didn't pull it. I stopped pulling from that deck. But I feel like that's what you're having to do. You have to detach from whatever it is that's got this stronghold on you. And once you move past this into this real companionship, that's where your gifts are going to be able to be shown. That's when you will thrive in whatever this is that God gave you. And I feel like whoever this is, you have a lot. You have a lot to give. You have a lot to give the world. You have a lot to give your partner. You have a lot to give the world. I was going to say I was going to end it with this message of life. And instead of just pulling from this bag that I have with all these decks of cards, and I purposely went in to look for something specific to end this with, this message of life. And it's so funny, when I first pulled it out, look what the card is. The first card I seen on the bottom of the deck says letting go. Again, the art of detachment. You have to detach from whatever this is. It may seem like a loss to you, but it's a game. You have to lose to win. Yeah. Letting go. Today, remembering that God is within and around me, I release myself to God's hands and regain my inner peace. I know God is providing me with that which is most beneficial for my soul. I know that God is sending angels to help me face any difficulties that arise. I let go into God's will, knowing the best is yet to come. So again, it goes back to whatever this is that you've invested in. You invested in this. You chose this with your ego, not with your heart. You chose it with your ego. And so you're being called to release whatever this is. Take this loss, whatever this is that you've invested in. Release it. Let go and let God. Follow your heart. Because this card say follow where you are led. Trust where you are led. It says activated earth, power places, ley lines. Trust where you are led. You wasn't guided to whatever this is. You chose it. It didn't choose you. God wasn't in it when you chose this. And so again, you're being called to release whatever this is. Practice the art of detachment. Let go and trust that where you are led is going to be the best for you. It's not only what you need to move forward in life, but you'll realize once you're there, it's what you've always wanted. And so that's what I have for y'all. I will be back.